Well, what would Vermont be without strong communities and without a strong working landscape? That's what smart growth is. And I believe in smart growth. And the fact of the matter is, if we lost the vibrancy of our communities, including Burlington, and just became USA anywhere, as they say, consisting of strip malls and very dispersed living, instead of trying to concentrate on strong communities where people really want to live. They want to stay here. They love it, which is true of Burlington. And at the same time, protect this incredible landscape that we have in Vermont. That's smart growth, and that's what's important about a very strong Burlington, a very strong community wherever you might be, whether it be Richmond or Heinsberg, or all of whom have also really concentrated on centering their growth right around their community centers. And that's been vital to Vermont and Burlington as well.
Had we not built the marketplace or done something else that was substantial in downtown, I think we wouldn't see the vibrant downtown we see today. And I think that the things that we put in grant applications and the like about maintaining a strong hub for a region were important for a whole host of reasons. Quality of life, transportation planning, a whole variety of things were true. And you know, I wish we could be the way we were in 1965 and just have one region and not all the suburban development, but we need to accommodate people where they live, and they need to be able to shop reasonably close. And so I think it enabled us to get a breather without falling into the kind of elitist attitude that there can only be a downtown and you can't have suburban expansion, because you need to give people shopping opportunities where they want to go.
I think the value of public space cannot be overstated. What the marketplace provides is something that you can't find in a church, you can't find in a library, you can't find in a city hall. It provides that opportunity for people of all different varieties to face life on an equal footing. It allows conversation to occur. It allows meetings to happen that might not otherwise ever have happened. A successful public space is one that provides safety, stimulation, the ability to feel part of a community. So Pyramid Mall could have been a nice retail outlet, but it never could have been that space that would provide a heart to the community like the marketplace has provided.
You know, I remember when I was in college, and then later when I was in practice of law here, and as even a state's attorney, you had traffic, you had noise, and Church Street was always interesting as Church Street, but it really had no sense of a community. Then when it became the mall, it changed dramatically. Now you had people walking not just on the sidewalk up and down where the cars had been, but people would stop and talk with each other. And I still find today, I'll leave my office here in Burlington, walk up, I'll go up to get a newspaper. It'll take me an hour and a half because I'll run into everybody I've known from the time I was in school straight on through, and it is great. I mean, just watch Church Street. You see people stop and talk. You meet new people. You see everybody from students to senior citizens. If somebody's in a wheelchair, they can go easily up and down it. It's I can't think of any other place quite like it.
And you think of the evolution in just 30 short years, like I mentioned, there was nothing that happened on Church Street before 9 o'clock in the morning on any given day, and nothing that really happened after 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. And now, if you're someone like yourself or me who's been on Church Street on every hour of the clock, under one circumstance or another, there's something going on all the time. And if I've been here at 5 o'clock in the morning coming in to do something early, and there's a whole life that exists on the street then, and a couple of places that are opening up for coffee or something that didn't exist before. Right. And then there's a whole nother scene that I'm usually in my advanced stage now sound asleep for, that happens, that lower blocks, that scene is just incredible. Yeah. Well, it's a youthful, hospitality scene with outdoor cafes and bars and eateries and coffee shops and stuff, and a density that someone probably couldn't imagine 30 years ago happening, on Church Street.
It's been interesting to see the evolution in my time here, that late at night, it's hard to find a parking space.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say late at night, but maybe starting at 6, 7 o'clock during high season, it's as busy, sometimes busier than it is during the day.
Yeah.
And the hospitality sector has really grown, really expanded. We have over almost 90 eating and drinking establishments in the 20 square block downtown. So it is pretty remarkable. There's different day parts too. There's an early morning day part. There's a daytime part where workers are here and people are shopping, and then there's an evening dining piece where I think maybe people more like in our age group are dining, and then there's that late night group of millennials that come and maybe kind of coexist till about 2 in the morning or 3, and then there's kind of a quiet time, maybe between 2 and 6 or 2 and 2:15.
I think it's a mix of uses. Again, people living close by to where they're working, to where they're shopping, to where they're spending their recreational and social time. It's also a socioeconomic mix of folks that come together. You walk out on that street today and you'll see people from every economic status. It's also an opportunity to leave your car behind, to ride your bike, or better yet, walk, and interact with your neighbors in a way that is both convenient but also pleasant, and allows for the nurturing of the community dialogue.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things that are all stacking up to make the marketplace successful, but one of the first things that comes to mind is the fact that we have a group, we have a Church Street Marketplace director and a commission, and I actually sit on the commission too, and we take care of all the issues that come with trying to run like a little mini city within a city sort of thing, Mm-hmm. So there's a lot that's going into that, and everything from maintenance to marketing, and just everything is there's a bond that's holding it together. I think that we are not all stores like just doing our own thing. There's a real desire to have a community. And we always talk about, Church Street isn't just a shopping area, it's actually a place where you come to have a real experience.
I mean, the governance here is really the marketplace. The city doesn't have a lot to do with what's going on down here. So it's the governance of the marketplace. And the marketplace was set up originally by the business community, for the business community, and for the people of Burlington. But I mean, it was structured around the business community. And to a great extent, the marketplace is still that way. The business community made up the board to a great percent. So it was designed around a business profile. And I think that has a lot to do with how this has become successful.
Hey, sports style, right? Sports style on Route 7. She's probably the most significant women's clothing store. Certainly, people always ask, what's my competition? She owns her own building. She doesn't have any rules or regulations. She does her business the way she wants to. Clearly, wouldn't that be wonderful? I like the camaraderie. I like being where other people are. I like that we, that my business supports Lunigs, and Lunigs supports Stephen and Burns, and Stephen and Burns supports Garcia's. In some small way, we all support each other.
One of the things that I think the marketplace has evolved to is this sort of street fair in a lot of ways. And there was pushback early on, especially by a lot of the retailers that thought that festivals and tenting and things like that went on really took away from retail. They were thinking more day to day. This may hurt me today, and not really kind of realize the long range thought of that. Hey, I'm going to have 20,000 people look at my display window, and the positive impact that has, moving forward.
Sandwich board signs, and there's benches, and there's street entertainers, and the intent was for it to be a festival every day, for it to have a sense of vitality, and maybe a little messy, maybe signage and cart vendors, and there's a kind of bizarre, not bizarre, but bizarre kind of atmosphere that it creates, and that's part of the intention.
I had rented many times in Quebec. We had 21 stores up there at the end, and so we were in a lot of shopping centers, and we were in a lot of commercial areas. The fees were so low on the marketplace that I thought it was absurd at the time. My opinion has changed, but
I am getting above and beyond my money's worth. I actually am quite stunned by how successful I have been, and I do truly believe that I owe it to the Church Street Marketplace. Sometimes I feel like I have to pinch myself because I can't believe what this store has become, and how I have been able to do something that I love for 18 years now, and it still just keeps getting better and better. I always just wanted to make a living, just wanted to support myself, and what I've gotten in return is actually above and beyond my wildest dreams.
To see those little kids, I can still see their faces the night after Thanksgiving, when that street would light up and you'd see these little people sitting on the shoulders of their parents, and they would just be awestruck by the beautiful spot they were in, or a Discover Jazz Festival, or a Gently Falling Snow, or the first time, that first 50-degree day when the cafes came out, it was 50 degrees was considered the time, yes, we can get out there.
Well, you can have any business plan you want, but for something like this, it doesn't work unless somehow the people can feel it. And here they feel it. And it doesn't make a difference of what religion you might be or anything else, or have none if you want, but you can feel it. And I think if you didn't, people might come once, they wouldn't come twice. And most people, you ask them, how many times you've been on Church Street there? I don't know, 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times. People don't come back unless it's real. Here they come back.
This street was successful from the very beginning. And if you talk to other merchants, they'll complain about the parking, and they'll complain about, maybe snow or rain, or they'll complain about the wind tunnel, or folks that, lay on the rocks or on the sidewalk. We always find something to complain about. But the truth is that the environment is real. It's real.